Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently facing this revolution, but I don't believe that the revolution is actually going to happen. So we'll tick on forward here, and we're going to look to enact public schools fairly soon. I really don't think this is going to be a thing. So hopefully we manage to get through that. We're also working on paying down our rather substantial debt that we've built up. We're starting to work our way down it quite quickly, though. At this point, what is our deficit if we were to resume our construction? 20k? That's really not bad. Okay, so we'll definitely work our way towards that. I'd really like to get some of these constructions done. Do we still need these government administrations? I believe we do. And we actually do need one in Amhara now, too. I'll put that at the top of the list for the moment. So those do need some work here. We need to expand this slightly, looks like. Just by one. Okay, cool. So that's looking good. How are we on infrastructure? I could have seen that from the other view, I'm pretty sure. That looks fine. We dropped down to 98% here. Is Britain getting into shenanigans again? I mean, yeah, but not really. Eritrea worker brigades, huh? Armed workers affiliated with the landowners. I mean, yeah, we need all the progress, or all of the support we can get, I think. But that isn't actually useful. Yeah, this isn't actually useful for us. Paramilitary reinforcements, huh? No, we'll demand that they disarm at once. It can go up by 10%. It's going to drop back down by 10% as soon as it gets another tick here. So that seems reasonably fine to me. No real problem there. We're definitely seeing our market access drop off. So something is blockading. Probably the war with Sweden. Maybe? They're not actually in any active wars right now. France is embargoing them. That might have something to do with it? Potentially. We'll see. Well, at any rate, we are working our way down towards being able to colonize these areas with severe malaria. That's a long ways away. It's predicted to finish in 28 years, but it won't actually be that long. So that's fine. No problem whatsoever there. These colonizations are extraordinarily slow, and we're not surprised by that at all. That is completely and totally expected. And we'll see what happens with public schools here on this month tick, here in 15 days. Zanzibar is improving relations with us. That's nice. Revolutionaries are raiding the arms depot. We'll scour the cities for them. Minus 10%, 60% chance. Yeah, it's going to go back up, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter at that point. So we'll see what happens with public schools. Hopefully we just push directly into adoption, but odds on that are actually quite low. So we'll see. 19.5% chance of that. We haven't taken any setbacks yet. Okay, so this does indeed stall. Plus 20% enactment time. Yeah, that's the only way that we really proceed with that. Unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Cool. So we're 37.1k right now, and actually our market access has come back up. That's fantastic. Very happy to see that. And our interest payment is down by over 10k from where it was at its peak. So this is looking really good. This debt snowball is beginning to roll. We'd be paying this off at about 70 per month if we didn't have the interest payments. So that's definitely good to note. We were having... No. Central banking into mutual funds. Right, we would need postal savings. Okay. I was thinking we had one of these being auto-spread. It is currently dialectics. Sure, that's fine. Anything in the military tree? No. And anything in production here. Open hearth process is being exposed. So that's not bad. Okay. We're definitely going to need to expand our universities. No doubt about that. We need... Let's see here. Is it still 2 each? Yes. 2 innovation each. Okay. So we need a total of, what, 16? So 8? Yeah, something along the lines of that. We can queue up something like 10 universities. I don't know about building them out here. I mean, we could. We could build, like, one in each of these. Just have one level of university there. And then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we would need, like, a couple more. Something like this. In theory, that would be fine. Oil has been discovered in Congo. Now, that might have an effect on us. We'll see. Also, vultures upon a carcass. Sure, we can try to coax some back here by losing a little bit of bureaucracy. Bureaucracy isn't the biggest concern for us at this moment, so that's fine. This revolution is going to drop down by another 2.5%. I mean, they're capped at 73, so this seems reasonably fine. Ethiopian Congo is isolated. Yeah, that's not surprising at all. Where exactly is Ethiopian Congo? I guess Congo Oriental? Coal mines. Ooh. Coal mines indeed. That's very interesting. When you have a hammer. Okay, so this guy is proposing using the army to suppress agitation. Do it. I don't care about the progress going up a little bit. It'll come right back down. So that's absolutely fine. Booming Industries has successfully completed. Oh, rubber. Hey, in Ethiopian Congo. That makes sense. Or in Luongo. I don't really care either way, to be honest. Chemical plant building throughput or mines throughput. Or munitions plants, but we don't have any of those. So I think mines sound good, and I definitely want to max out our coal production. Of course, we can build some logging camps as well. These are going to be at the end of the queue. So that's fine. Backroom dealings were exposed. Yeah, this is pretty normal. Minus 10% enactment time. Yeah, we'll just take a setback here. This is fine. Minus 2% bureaucracy is okay. Cool. So that's looking solid. 32.5k in the interest right now. We're getting very, very close to turning our construction back on. 40k right now. And if we were to resume this, and yeah, this is not the best construction efficiency, but it's not truly terrible. What is it down here? 10.6 as well? Okay, sure, that seems fine. Completely and totally okay. So minus 10k here, huh? Very, very close. I would love to... In fact, it's possible that we could make the argument that we should enable construction at this time. That is a distinct possibility. The real question is, how does our economy grow compared to our interest growing at that point? Hydraulic cranes have been unlocked. Cool. We should probably consider at some point maxing out our levels of port. I'm probably going to put this for now at the bottom of the queue. It's not a huge priority at this exact moment. Oil discovered in Guyana. Okay, sure. We've got a street side standoff. Men are professionals. I'm sure it'll be fine. Cool. So we're incredibly close at this point to being able to turn a profit while having our construction on. Which is amazing. Really, really, really good. We are, of course, constructing an arts academy and a tobacco plantation and a railway here. So that's fine. But we definitely want to continue this construction. No doubt about that. We should build these first. Or at least intersperse it kind of like this. Just because of the construction efficiency. So then that would end up doing something kind of like this until we got through that. In theory. The construction efficiency is going to be slightly obnoxious, but it's, I'm sure, fine. So we're definitely paying off our debt here. We're down to 30k in interest. Minus 15% enactment time. Or plus 15% enactment time. We'll take the armed forces disapproval. Thank you very much. awkward rolls on this so far, but it's not the end of the world. How's our GDP doing? It's actually still relatively steadily growing. We're number 9 worldwide now. That's looking really solid. Indeed. Man, that speed is awful due to the malaria. What do we got here? I mean, this is a Civil War event here. I don't know that it actually matters all that much. Yeah, actually, let's boost up the opinion of the Orthodox Church. They're currently at minus 16. This is not going to move them into a different category. But animist pops becoming radical is not that big of a deal. Should be okay. We do have a lot of radicalism right now. That is absolutely true. And this revolution is a big part of it. It is going to drop next time it goes down. But it is pretty high. We definitely need to deal with that. The radicalism pushes up to extreme here at 81. That's for sure. Oil has been discovered in Congo. And actually, in our Congo. Beautiful. So we definitely need to get ourselves some oil if we can, but we can't at this moment. Sure. This is going to drop down at this point down to 82. We need to keep an eye on this. It's very, very unfortunate that we've had so many awkward rolls here. It's been a lot of awkward rolls. Opposition members have put forth their demands. Yes. The bill must pass. It's now up to 34%. So that's reasonably fine, I hope. These guys are not in government, correct? Correct. They are not in government. And this is the most effective government that we can get at this moment. So that's fine. This is going to drop back down. It's all this radicalism here that's the problem. We could disperse the crowds by force. I think we're fine to order the troops to stand down. 2% of pops in Somaliland becoming more loyalist is good. We have a huge radicalism bump going on right now. Absolutely huge. And that doesn't appear to have done anything. Okay, oil discovered in Ontario. Okay. This is a real fight to get the public schools enacted. Wow, okay. The good news is, unlike slavery, if this revolution actually happens, well, like slavery, Britain will help us. But unlike slavery, we're not going to have our only party in government in revolution. So we're going to be able to continue to progress this during the Civil War, unlike with slavery. So that's absolutely great. How are we doing for our interest at this point? 26.7? Much, much better on that front. I love it. Curriculum disagreements. We could just take a setback here. I think that's okay. But man, we're having some awkward rolls here. It's only a 35% chance, but it's happened a lot of times now in a row where we haven't succeeded it. So we'll keep an eye on that. If we have to fight this revolution, we will. To be clear. We'll do that. Cool. So now this is going to bump up to 17% progress at the next checkpoint. It can only get 7% more. So I guess it's going to go up by 17. And then drop back down after that? Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Well, if this revolution is actually going to happen, then we do not want to start up construction. We want to continue to pay down our debt, because we're going to have a pretty major financial crunch going into the revolution. So that would be okay. We could handle it. Or, alternatively, we could just have Britain handle it. That's an interesting option, actually. Oh, we had another stall. Oof, we're having really awkward rolls here. Really, really awkward rolls. Armed forces are getting bellicose. What is their opinion right now? -1? Okay, we'll bump them back up into the positives. There we go. So this is currently at 96%. It will drop off by 10% at the next checkpoint. 82% risk for Gondar, and Amhara would definitely rebel. I mean, they lose that. Britain will defend us. They definitely lose that. But I'd prefer not to fight it at all, to be honest. 23.3k is our interest payment at this point. So that's looking good. We are definitely paying down that debt. At this point, if we were to resume, we would be at -5k. And that's with all of this political crisis going on. So I think that's completely fine. Not really an issue there. Cool. British Republic opening a market? Sure. But our revolution is going to drop off here. Pen and paper. Another stall. Wow. Okay. -15% bureaucracy. We're getting into the officially bad luck, even with this percentage territory. That's unfortunate. 5 interest group approval? Sure. Actually, the rural folk can be power brokers. Do it. Nationalism has been unlocked. Cool. That bumps our authority up, which will be helpful. -0.5% progress at the next checkpoint? Yeah. It's starting to look grim. It's starting to look like we're going to have a civil war over public schools. All because we've had really, really awkward luck passing this. Remember, we have to succeed 2 additional rolls here. And we failed like 30 in a row. Maybe not 30, but we failed a lot in a row. No doubt about that. So, our balance is looking decent. At this point, I think it's pretty obvious that it makes sense to enable construction. Yes, we're still negative, but we're barely negative. Dissenters breaking ranks. Okay, we had another failure here. Gross. That is really, really gross. How many times in a row can we fail that? I think we're going to have to back off on this and try it again later. Like, we're straight up failing this right now. And it's pure odds, right? That's what it comes down to, is just odds at this point. Not much else we can do. We're trying to enact it off of this political movement. And so we can't restart it ourselves. Who knows? Maybe we have a decent roll here. We're up to a 54% chance of debate. So that's like a 50-50. Approximately. So we'll see. Is this going to actually rebel here? Actually, I think it is going to fire off. Britain will respond to that, in theory. Yeah, so they do indeed rebel. And like I said, we are going to fight them here. So that's all fine. We'll keep working on our public schools here. Our success is currently 2%. And we're going to mobilize these guys, and we'll have them come out over... We can't reach that front. That's awkward. It's because of this. Okay. Well, we'll come out over here for now. Let's go ahead and activate our conscripts. And of course, we have to pause our construction here. Well, we had a debate success, so that's back up to 12%. So that's something. Now, Britain should be defending us here. Yes, and actually, the Ottoman Empire is leaning towards the British Republic here as well. So that's actually great. Unfortunately, Britain is not responding to what's going on over here. Very awkward. Okay. So we should probably get ourselves another general from the Nile HQ. And that general is going to mobilize and at least defend front out over here. Okay. We should also consider that we need to do this. I should have done this earlier. We're going to have some issues from that. But that'll be fine for the moment. Okay. France declared their neutrality. That's good. Is Britain actually going to respond to this? Like, how many things are they involved in? That's the only war that they're in. Why are you losing this, Britain? You're just not bothering to respond to it. Okay. That's very, very awkward. So this front is actually currently gone. But there are 3 ally units traveling here. So that's interesting. And what is their actual strength? 10 plus 61? Wow, okay. That's a lot. Well, we had another debate success now that they've actually, you know, seceded. Okay. This is going to be very interesting. We really need Britain to actually show up here. This front we're likely to not be able to hold. -7 here right now. Okay. The Ottoman Empire, I would love to have them actually join this. But we need Britain to, like, properly show up. It looks like Britain is fighting over here now. Britain did actually show up down here. So this might be a delayed reaction sort of thing. So this war is broken out. We're going to switch to be purely defensive here. If Britain wants to come in here, they can. Otherwise, we're going to force them to attack into us. A vulnerable front somewhere. Well, I guess it's probably this one. We can't reach this front at this point, right? So we're losing this battle. We need Britain to actually show up. This has been very awkward. This front exists again, and Britain is now there. Okay, so Britain has shown up here. So this is fine. Britain's got this under control. We don't, but that's fine. Britain has it. Beautiful. We have gotten this up to 31% here. Yeah, there's no longer a chance for stalls. So this is probably going to start to pass at this point. Very unfortunate, but we are still positive financially. So that's pretty good, actually. And we're winning this defensive battle. Beautiful. And these guys at this point should switch over to attacking, since there's literally no one opposing them. Okay. We'll take that back. And this is pretty free from here. Britain's got this super, super under control. Eventually. Oh, this is all a singular front at this point. Just defend the front. Britain is not here yet. So we're going to swap over to defense. Now Britain is here. Beautiful. Another law debate success. And yeah, Britain's got this super under control. Cool. They must have quite the... They must have switched their military law, right? In order for that to work. They're on professional army. How do they have that many battalions that they can mobilize? I'm pretty sure we don't have that many when we control that. They're on the same military law, though. That's interesting. Regardless, Britain's got this under control. No problem. These guys are going to capitulate. And ultimately, it does seem like the Civil War was necessary. The law was languishing before the Civil War. And we're doing fine economically. We're still paying down our interest. So that looks good. They took some of the debt with them, I think. That's interesting. I mean, they're going to get crushed by Britain here. Absolutely. We're not angling to participate in these battles. We just want to use Britain for that. So that's okay. And now we're in adoption. Cool. So the question is, will we have this passed before this war ends? I kind of doubt it. But they're also going to be super weak, so it shouldn't be a problem. Very unfortunate that the war did break out, but here we are. So obviously, we are easily winning this, right? Extraordinarily easily, with the help of Britain. I should say, we're not winning it. Britain is winning it. Britain is absolutely the ones winning it. I want these guys to advance front now that they have no opposition. So we'll just get that taken over. Cool. Down over here, we're not interested in advancing front. We'll let Britain do that. But we've got a little bit over here to take over yet. These guys are going to capitulate pretty soon. Now, we're not actually the negotiator here. Britain is the negotiator. Cool. So these guys should probably switch back to defend if we don't want them actually fighting. What do we got going on here? A public address going awry? That's unfortunate. So we drop back down to 33%, and the awkwardness continues. Okay, so Britain forced a capitulation here. That's excellent. Now, taking a look at devastation here. Using 224 of 173. Did they destroy a bunch of government administrations or something? No? I bet it's just the production methods. Okay, so we're going to bump these like so. Although, we might want to turn these down for the time being, since we are still in debt. We need to fix our production methods and get these auto-expanding again. So that actually can't be fixed at this moment? Sure. Water tube boilers we would love to move to. We can't do it just yet because of the price of coal. We'll be able to once we start producing our own coal, I think. Gas streetlights is considered positive, even with the coal situation. We definitely moved to standardized filing system, or at least filing cabinets. We were on filing cabinets before, and I think that'll do the trick there. In the rural areas, we will go to intensive grazing ranches, condensing engine pumps, dynamite on coal mines for sure. These aren't actually built yet, but we'll do that for now. Cool. Anything else that needs to be worked on? That looks good. And we can see that debt comes back in here. Okay. And now they want to preserve religious schools again. Hilarious. Not going to be happening, guys. Not going to be happening. Okay, well, there's another civil war in the bag. Thanks, Britain. So, what are we at if we were to construct right now? Oh, our construction sector's changed. There we go. We'll do that. Minus 11K. That's going to come up quite a bit due to production method changes over time, as well as these constructions finishing. I think we can make the argument that we should construct here, but it is time to put a cut in. I was really hoping public schools would be passed by now, but we have a good shot from here. We just had to fight a civil war to do it. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.